Hey everybody, Zach here. I guess this is sort of the first real Shop Talk episode. Anyway, so probably going to be a little rough starting off here, but kind of figuring out what all I want to talk about, how to kind of set the cameras up and everything. So yeah, without further ado, I guess I'll kind of do a little bit of an introduction, talk to you a little bit about my business, kind of the work I've been doing lately here. And if you haven't been a follower for a long time, this is kind of gets you up to speed with me, with what I do, and how I got here. So I started out with an SA250, you know, the old Lincoln engine drive, in a 1996 Ford pickup truck, just shoved in the back of it. Made a little bit of money with that, made a little bit more money, kept reinvesting, picked up a few more engine drives, picked up, you know, or built a welding bed for my truck, more tools, you know, kind of bigger, better, you know, there. Picked up a Vantage, picked up a, you know, Trailblazer, you know, all the normal welding shop deals there. And then a lot of the work I did ended up being handrails, staircases, equipment repair, did a lot of air arcing. A lot of handrails and a lot of staircases. I had a run there of maybe 2 years where I did a lot of that stuff. Went all over the country, a lot of work in Nashville, Tennessee, a lot of work in Louisville, Kentucky, a lot of work in Lexington, Kentucky. Very little work close to home here. It just kind of happened that I got hooked up with a company that was really, you know, pushing that area hard. Actually, my Multimatic over here, it kind of got me set up with that account. That's one of those deals there where, you know, they got a hold of me. I was advertising on Facebook and Craigslist at the time. I was just a big general contractor, found me on there, did a $300 job for them that turned into a $3,000 job, which turned into a $30,000 job. You get the idea. Just basically find a customer, keep them real happy. You either have a skill that nobody else does, or just answer your telephone, you know, do good work, show up, don't do drugs. That's pretty much been my key to success there. Is I got a few really big lucky breaks there, but also just, again, show up, answer your phone, and don't do drugs. Those are, you know, anybody that asks me about starting a welding business, those are kind of the 3 key points there that, you know, I always, go over with them. But anyway, so handrails and staircases. About 3 years ago, I got a call out of the blue, asking if I could do any stainless pipe. This was like a Schedule 10 job. Flanges, you know, just butt it up together, TIG it out. And I was like, yeah, I can do that, I think. You know, so I get on YouTube, I look at, you know, welding tips and tricks there. Showed up after never really having done any stainless pipe, just having watched some videos, and, you know, I figured, well, you know, okay, I've done enough other pipe. I got this. Anyway, did okay. They didn't have any complaints, was able to pick it up fast enough where nobody knew. I had no idea what I was doing. You know, that's kind of one of those deals there. Just keep your mouth shut and, you know, don't really talk a whole lot, and, you know, just watch what other people are doing. Anyway, it worked out. So basically I got asked to do another job, and then that's turned into, basically, I've been, you know, insanely busy with that same company for the last, I don't know, 3 years, something like that. They've been a really good company to deal with. They pay really well, or they pay well, they pay quickly. The only downside to it is you have to go all over the country. You have to kind of be Johnny on the spot with them. When they want something, it has to be done yesterday. And also, they're very dependent on commodities prices. So recently here, something fluctuated to where their output good, the product or the price dropped, and they basically told me, you know, in the morning, oh, hey, this isn't good. And then, you know, by a couple hours later, by lunchtime, it was, hey, you need to get your stuff, get out the door. We'll call you when we can spend money again. So really dependent on, you know, their output products or output prices there. It wasn't a week later that I was back at work, but that really kind of got me thinking, like, you know, I need to focus on building a different customer base and, you know, doing some other income streams there. And one of those things I want to do is I want to share with you guys kind of my thoughts on, if you're starting a business, if you're, you know, looking at, you know, taking, you know, your day job, turning it into a side hustle, you know, what knowledge can I sort of download to you guys that you guys might actually find useful where it will either get you out of a crappy job or, you know, get you going on actually starting your own business or, you know, your side hustle there. So anyway, that's kind of my the short history of my business there. I do very little RIG welding anymore. Most of what I'm doing these days is sanitary tubing, stainless steel, that type work. Nice, lightweight, clean. I really like it. The hex chrome is something that is given off by stainless steel when you weld it. Not so keen about that, so I'm kind of, again, looking at, you know, my other options there. As far as other resources, if you're interested, if you're just now tuning in, I would recommend Business of Machining or the BOM podcast. It's not just machining, they just kind of talk about business in general. Also, I really like Schofield Welding, his Money Monday series there. I really like Tips and Tricks, but that's more, you know, if you are looking to learn how to do something. But I'm kind of more interested in the business side. I'm kind of more interested in kind of sharing with you guys the business side. I get probably 3 or 4 emails a month from people saying like, hey, I'm working full time as a welder. I want to start either a side hustle or I want to get out of here and do this for myself. And basically the whole idea behind this, you know, Shop Talk was basically how I can share with you guys all the emails that I respond to and maybe come up with some other ideas. I'm thinking about a few people I know I wouldn't mind doing like some shop tours where we can go out and take a look at their shop, and should be kind of interesting. So anyway, I hope you enjoyed this. Please check back here. I'm going to try and get this up every Wednesday. Saturday, I'm going to try and have a build video up. So anyway, I'm Zach, Darlington Farm. I'm the owner of Peacefield Welding here in Indiana. And anyway, I hope you enjoyed the video. If you like this, give it a thumbs up. Just click that subscribe button and ring the bell down there so you get notifications when I actually post a video. I guess I've been kind of out of the loop recently on YouTube, and so I guess if you actually want to get notified that I am putting up content there, you got to hit that, you know, little bell there so you get a notification. Anyway, I'm Darlington Farm. I hope you enjoyed. Thank you for watching, and as always, have a good one.